How's it going, everyone? Brian here from Aquatech. So today I'm going to talk about our Novus cleaning and buffing kit and how to properly use it. Now in the pack, you have number 1 for basic cleaning, number 2 for your light scratches, and then number 3 for your heavy scratches. Then it also comes with a little instruction book, as well as some cleaning cloths to just do basic cleaning and the buffing. All right, so as you can see, I cut one of the cloths, so I got 4 basically rectangles, and I'm gonna use these for the cleaning and buffing. All right, to start off, I have a flat port and a dome port. Now the flat port has some lighter scratches on it, which I'm gonna use number 2, and the dome port has a heavier scratch on it, which I'm gonna use number 3. For right now, I'm gonna focus on the flat port and put the dome port and the number 3 to the side. So to start off with any kind of buffing, you always wanna clean the surface area first. That's the outside and the inside of the element. So you take the number 1, just put a little bit on top, and then just clean the element. And the reason you wanna do that is just so you can see where the scratches are exactly, just so you get a clear view on where you wanna start buffing. So as I can see here when I look through this port, the scratches are pretty much all over the port, so I'm gonna focus with the number 2, basically all over the element. So after you've cleaned it, and you take your number 2, and just put a few drops around the element, just like that. A little goes a long way. Now you grab a clean cloth, because you don't want to mix the two. You don't want to use the same cloth for number 1 and number 2. And also, if you're going to be using number 3, you want that to have its own cloth as well. So after I apply to number 2, I just do some light, small circles and apply some pressure to the element as well, just so you can really buff out those scratches. And you want to do this for about, I would say about 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, so now after about 15 to 20 seconds of buffing, what you do is just fold that same cloth, the number 2, and just wipe away the number 2. Then to make sure that you clean it fully away, you grab the number 1 and just go back over it and give it a nice polish. Now that's how you properly use the number 2 solution to buff out the light scratches. Now you can repeat the process if you don't fully get all the scratches out that you see. So on this dome port, I've already located one heavy scratch that you can basically tell if it's a deeper scratch if you take your fingernail and run it over top of that scratch, and if you feel your fingernail kind of get caught in it, then it is more of a deeper scratch and you need to use the number 3. So just like the number 2, you just do a basic cleaning with the number 1 first, outside and inside. All right, now for the number 3. Now because it is one heavier scratch in this area, I'm gonna focus right there in that spot. So as you can see, just a little drop of the number 3, grab a clean cloth, and just go small circular motions. You can even set it down on the table to get a little more pressure, and just apply some pressure to the element. And with the number 3, you want to buff about 15 to 20 seconds, just like you would with the number 2. Now you just fold the cloth and wipe away the number 3. Then take your number 1 and go back and polish away the remaining number 3. Now the one thing about the number 3, because it is real abrasive, it's gonna cause light scratches itself. So as it's digging into that heavier scratch, you're gonna notice that some light scratches around it are gonna pop up. And that's why after you use the number 3 and then polish it away with the number 1, you wanna go back over with the number 2. All right, so I'm just gonna do one final kind of sum up of how to use a Novus kit, because it can get kind of confusing. So you start with the number 1 and do a simple polishing to make sure you clean the dome or the flat port. And then if you're using number 2, then you go over with the number 2, buff out the light scratches, and then always finish it up with the number 1. Now, when using the number 3 solution, you use the number 1 to do the simple polish, then go number 3 to buff out the heavy scratch, then back to number 1 to do the polish and take away the number 3, and then go to number 2 because number 3 causes light scratches, so you need the number 2 to buff away those light scratches. and then go back to number 1, and wipe away the number 2, then you're done. And if you have to repeat the process, then just make sure you follow those processes that I mentioned. I know it's a lot to take, so go to the next screen and we'll list them all out. Yeah. So remember, if you have any questions, you can reach out via email, you can go on the website, talk to us in live chat, or you can reach out via social media. And make sure you like and subscribe and check out some of our other videos.